トスネクスト
Time for some Biohazard 2! Or Resident Evil 2, if you prefer. The reason that it came up with Biohazard 2 there at the start is because this is the Source Next version of the game, which is essentially the Japanese PC version of the game. I'm playing it with a mod called Classic Rebirth, which essentially allows you to play the game on modern hardware, and also it translates the Japanese version into English. So there are differences with the Japanese versions, apparently. The zombies and the item placements are in like slightly different places, and some items that were normally there are not there anymore, like ammo and health pickups and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see what the differences are. I think overall this is going to be a pretty interesting look at the game, because Shinji Mikami, the director of the first game, kind of stepped down at this point, and he let Hideki Kamiya take over. That Hideki Kamiya. So there's not much preamble for this one, we can just jump straight in. There are two scenarios, though, just like the first game. Well, not really like the first game, but there are two scenarios. But it's more interesting than just the difficulty selection this time. So there's an A scenario and there's a B scenario, and whoever I pick now will play through the A scenario. And then once I've beaten that, we have to go through the B scenario with the other character. And each character has their own unique elements in each scenario, so you can really play this game through 4 times and see it, and it's kind of different each time, which I think is quite cool. It's a really interesting way of kind of lengthening the game and reusing the assets that they do have. Capcom see Claire A, Leon B as canon though, so that's the route that we'll take. We're also going to play it on normal because I know that easy breaks the balance of the game quite heavily. It starts you off with a ton of ammunition and things like that, so let's play it on normal.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T-virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from over.
I'm finally here.
Guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? You okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Ah. Ah. Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you. You okay?
Still in one piece.
That maniac's gonna win! Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Okay, already we've experienced a giant explosion and there's zombies everywhere. So, I guess we're leaning a bit more heavily into action this time. Which, considering it's directed by Hideki Kamiya, I'm not too surprised. No time to talk about it right now though, it's too dangerous. Let's try and get to safety first. Well, the quick turn's in the game, so that's cool.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe.
Eee, don't talk
I
to her
thought
like
you were one of
that. Creepy.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies. But don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
I don't feel very safe. I will take the handgun bullets, thank you. I'll take these handgun bullets too. Oh no, he's dead! What a shame! See if we can get his crossbow. Oh, I want the crossbow! My crossbow! Okay, let's get out of here. So that was Robert Kendo, I think his name is, something like that? His characterization's a bit weird. So this is Resident Evil 2! As you can see, the pre-rendered backgrounds have a lot more detail to them now. And so do the character models. Still has that chunky, like, PS1 aesthetic, where the joints of the characters don't mesh together. Which I guess is for animation purposes. Wait, where are the buttons? I need to rebind the buttons, 1 second. Okay, cool. This is part of the mod. It's really cool. Okay, cool. So already we're finding a lot more ammo. But there are a lot more zombies to put down as well. So how many bullets was that? Quite a few. So the way that this game works is it still has all of the survival horror elements, like there's still resource management and things like that. What they've done is they've kept like the equation of ammo to zombies the same. They've just increased the value of... They've just increased like the numbers. So there's more zombies, but there's more ammo. But the equation of zombies to ammo is the same, if that makes sense. I think that's a really cool way of just kind of increasing the action of the game while trying to maintain the tension as well. There's a lady zombie. See, I remember this part, and the zombies are definitely in slightly different locations, which is throwing me off a little bit. But we're also seeing now that, you know, it's not contagious to the mansion anymore. Now there's been an outbreak in the city, which is... I've always thought that Raccoon City is a weird looking city to me, that the streets seem too small. It almost gives like this idea of an American city without actually looking like one, which I always thought was a bit interesting. Also, you would have noticed from the cutscene at the start of the game that the game has voice acting now. They've hired humans as voice actors now. The dialogue is still pretty bad, but it's just like, it's still got that B-movie quality to it. But as you know, I'm all about that anyway. To be honest, the dialogue never gets particularly good like, at any point in this franchise. But it's absolutely intentional. It's like the Garth Marenghi's Dark Place of video games. It's all intentional. Well, maybe not in 1998 when this game came out, but certainly nowadays. Oh, okay, there's no healing item there. There's usually a green herb there. And here we are at the iconic RPD police station. Let's experience the nostalgia. Fantastic. It's electronically locked. So we're at the police station now, and this is the mansion, I guess, for Resident Evil 2. This is where we spend the kind of start of the game. So we should be settling into a familiar rhythm soon. I don't have a card key. Also Increments, which are in the first game, just not in Jill's campaign in the Japanese version. But this is what I was talking about in the first game. You use these increments to save your game, and it's a limited supply.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
I mean, the voice acting's better, but it's still no Richard, is it? Okay, so he's given us the blue card key, which we can use on this computer over here to unlock the doors. So we're Claire Redfield. We are the Fist of the North Star's sister, and she's come looking for Chris. So it seems that the police knew about what happened. They know about what happened at this point in the... Like, they know that Umbrella was behind everything, they know about the experiments. But Chris is nowhere to be found. Chris, Jill and Barry. They've gone, they've disappeared. Although in Resident Evil 3, which happens parallel to this one, Jill's in the city, so she hasn't she hasn't disappeared that well. Barry just kind of disappears from the franchise, to be honest. Oh, it's 13 bullets in this gun, okay. So I normally go this way, but let's mix it up a bit and go this way instead first. Because again, the game, it's non-linear. You can go in whichever direction that you want, and do the objectives in whichever order that you want. There's a lot of zombies! No, wrong way, this way. Anyone left? There's one left, I can hear you. So, that's why it gives you so much ammo. Because there's a lot more zombies in this one. So I've used like half my ammo in one room. Nothing to care about, okay. So again, it's leaning more towards action and more zombies. Okay. I mean, he's gonna come alive, but I can kick his head off, so... Eh. So while it leans more heavily into action, it still really only just about gives you the ammo to get through. I don't know. Also, you still have the limited inventory and things like that. You dead? He's dead. Cool. Damn it! I need the safe. The combination for the safe, please. The sound mixing on this game doesn't seem great. I wonder if that's the PC version. Like the zombies sound like they're right on top of you no matter where they are on the screen. I don't think I'm gonna get the safe combination in this room. I thought you did, but I guess not. I need to conserve my ammo just a little bit more than what I am. A heart is section of the keyhole. Okay, so that's the flavour of key that we're getting. This time, instead of swords and shield, they're card suits. So the herbs still work the same way as they do in the first game. Locked from the other side. Okay, so we can't go this way. This is going to be fun actually, because I don't remember the layout of this game at all, to be honest. Like I know rough bits here and there, but like remember little bits here and there, but for the most part I don't. I wonder where the combination for that safe is. I always thought you found it near the safe. But I guess not. Let's run around, don't waste all of my ammo. Anything else over here? Nope. Okay. I think that's everywhere I can go this way. I don't actually have the map yet for this place. Oh, another interesting feature of this game. You don't have to go to the menu to check your health all the time anymore. Now the characters hold onto their sides and there's body language to say how injured they are, so which is holding aside, I know that I mean caution. Just a bit of a quality of life improvement, really. Nothing is wrong. September 28th, night shift, George Scott. September 28th being the start of the Raccoon City incident. You're blocking the way, aren't you? You can definitely hear the female ones. God, there's so many zombies. I'm using all my ammo up. What about if I start being smart and doing this? Okay, I think he's dead. Cool. Diamond is etched under the keyhole. Red herb, awesome. A club. It's a magic mirror. So one of the things that I find interesting about this police station, it's very grandiose, isn't it? With all of its club doors and weird esoteric puzzles that you need to solve just to get around. I know in the remake they explain it away as it being like it used to be an art museum or something like that. I don't know if they bother to even explain it away or even attempt to explain it in this version. There's also no toilets you'll find anywhere. Truly is a hellish place to work. I want what's in that safe. Give me a note that tells me the combination of the safe. I'm fairly sure there is one. Pressing... pressing X on everything. That's how you play these games, run around pressing X on absolutely everything. Okay, well... I think I've been everywhere I need to go. Everywhere I can go, should I say. In this direction. So the design is a little different. In terms of the layout of the police station, it is very similar to the layout of the mansion, in that we have kind of this main hall in the middle, and then an east and a west wing. But the difference being, it seems that you have to go to the left, because all of the doors on the right are locked, so you have to go this way. Whereas on the mansion, it didn't really matter, especially if you played as Chris, you could do it in either order. Because you had the chemical on one side, and you had the sword key on the other side. I should probably save it, shouldn't I? Actually. Just in case I get a crash or something. My PC's not behaving itself just lately. I'll hold on to the bowgun just for now, because we're about to fight something quite nasty. Police Memorandum, 8/23/1998. This letter is just to inform everyone about the recent movement of equipment that has happened during the precinct's rearrangement. Safe with 4-digit lock. There it is! Has been moved from the STARS office on the second floor to the Eastern office on the first floor. 2236. 2236. Committed to memory. 2236. Let's go open it now before I forget. I mean, you can just check the file again here, but where's the fun in that? Also, you can skip door animations. I'm just trying to be good. Play the game as intended. I do wonder how much in one playthrough you spend watching door animations though. How much time that is. 2, 2, 3, 6. There we go. Some acid rounds. That'll come in handy. And a police station map. Cool. So now we can look at the whole map. And as we can see, it's laid out almost, not exactly the same, but the layout is very similar to the mansion. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Also, they colour coordinate the doors for the corresponding keys as well, which I think is quite cool. So you kind of, it's harder to get lost. Oh, I backed into that one. It's harder to get lost in this game, it does kind of give you a bit more direction. It does make it feel a bit more linear than the first game. But I mean, it's Resident Evil. You have the first game, which is designed the way it is, and then they do pivot away from it almost immediately, as you can see. It's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of people talk like it's a bad thing, but I don't know. I mean, this is also a lot of Resident Evil fans' favourite game, so there is that to consider as well, and why that is. Luckily, Claire is also the master of unlocking. Getting acid rounds this early, I don't remember that being a thing. That must be one of the Japanese changes. There is an office over by the reception desk. Spooky boy! That iconic scene. A little dripping in at the side. See, they still know how to do tension. I mean, we all know what's coming. It's not that scary when you know what's coming, but think back to when this was, like, new and modern. Head is missing. Seems to have been twisted off. Okay. Spooky.
Oh my.
Oh, I can't believe I missed. Can't believe I missed the first shot. So these are the lickers. And to be honest, I think the licker is such a cool design for a monster. Look at that, its brains out and everything. I think lore-wise, the zombies, they kind of mutate into lickers after a while, I think. I don't know if that's correct or not. I'm at 100% on my Resident Evil lore. That's the first of many lickers that we're going to be fighting throughout the game. Why am I walking around with these acid rounds on me? I don't have a grenade launcher yet for them. Also, do you run quicker without... I don't think you do. You do on the Resident Evil 1 remake, you run faster if you don't have a weapon equipped. Yeah, comparing and contrasting this to its remake is a really interesting thing to do, because the remake's layout is the same as this, but expanded massively. It's really interesting how they did it. It's all the right nostalgia notes. Okay, I've got 2 healing items on me too, I don't need that. Okay, let's carry on. I was used to be really scared of this corridor when I was little, because the zombies' hands burst through if you go too close to the windows. Like, big jump scare. It really got me the first time. So I used to be really, like, nervous to walk down. Operation report. September 26th, so 2 days ago. The Raccoon Police Department was unexpectedly attacked by zombies. Many have been injured, even more were killed. During the attack, our communications equipment was destroyed and we no longer have contact with the outside. We have decided to carry out an operation with the intent of rescuing any possible survivors, as well as to prevent this disaster from spreading beyond Raccoon City. The details of the operation are as follows. Security of armaments and ammunition. Chief Irons has voiced concerns regarding the issue of terrorism due to a series of recent unresolved incidents. On the very day before the zombies' attack, he made the decision to relocate all weapons to scattered intervals throughout the building as a temporary measure to prevent their possible seizure. Unfortunately, this decision has made it extremely difficult for us to locate all ammunition caches. It has become our top priority to recover these scattered munitions to unlock the weapon storage. As stated earlier, it will be extremely difficult to secure all the ammunition. However, a considerable supply still remains in the underground weapon storage. Unfortunately, the person in charge of the card key used to access the weapon storage is missing, and we've been unable to locate the key. One of the breakers went down during the battle, and the electronic locks are not functioning in certain areas. It has become first priority to restore the power in the power room and secure those locks. And the next day, so yesterday, 1 PM, the west barricade has been broken through and another exchange ensued. We sheltered the injured in the confiscation room. I don't know why I found this font so hard to read. We sheltered the injured in the confiscation room on the first floor temporarily. 12 more people were injured in the battle. 3 additional people were killed following the sudden appearance of an yet unknown creature. This creature is identified by missing patches of skin and razor-like claws. However, its most distinguishing characteristic is its lance-like tongue, capable of piercing a human torso in an instant. Their numbers, as well as their location, remains unknown. We have tentatively named this creature the Licker, and are currently in the process of developing countermeasure to deal with this new threat. So things haven't been going great for the past couple of days, have they? Looks like an operation map. It's a fireplace, and an oil painting hangs above it. The title is A Sacrifice to the Hellfire. I remember there being ammo in this room. Okay, you come through here a lot, so... I was probably better off where I was, in terms of positioning. You're dead? You're dead. Awesome. So again, I've picked up a lot of ammo, but I don't have a lot of ammo. That's what I'm saying, the equation is the same. Just the numbers are higher. Also stands to reason in an American police station, there's going to be a lot of handgun bullets around. Although you think they would have used them all by now, right? And here's our safe room music for this playthrough. That's where the costumes are for repeat playthroughs. So the chances of running out of ink ribbons is a lot lower on this game. They kind of de-emphasize this whole limited save things pretty quickly, to be honest. But one of the things I love about Resident Evil games that I always look forward to is hearing the safe room music. It's always really relaxing and nice. Like whenever a new one comes out, I always like to... one of the things I always look forward to is finding out what the music's going to be like. September 28th, so today, early morning, 2:30 AM. Zombies overran the operation room and another battle broke out. We lost 4 more people, including David. Was David the guy that wrote the last memo? We're down to 4 people, including myself. We failed to secure the weapons cache and hope for our survival continues to diminish. We won't last much longer. We agreed to a plan to escape through the sewer. There's a path leading from our precinct underground to the sewage disposal plant. We should be able to access the sewers through there. The only drawback is that there is no guarantee the sewage disposal plant is free of any possible dangers. We know our chances in the sewers are slim, but anything is better than simply waiting here to die. In order to buy more time, we locked the only door leading to the underground, which is located in the eastern office. We left the key behind the western office, since it's unlikely that any of those creatures have the intelligence to find it and unlock the door. I pray this operation report will be helpful to whoever may find it. Elliot Edward. Another thing that's really cool about these games is while the story, like the narrative, it's cheesy and very B-movie, I do like the environmental storytelling through these notes, like through the actual environment and through the notes that you find. The first game did it as well. I didn't really talk about it, but the first game did do it as well. It was great then too. I should save it. I can develop film here. So yeah, the safe rooms are back, and again, the layout's kind of similar. There's a safe room on this side. I believe there is a safe room on the other side as well. And yeah, it kind of has the same kind of gameplay loop as the first game, where you're figuring out what to take with you and going back and forth a lot throughout the police station on both floors. On all 3 floors this time. There's also basements and things like that as well. So it is very, very, very similar to the gameplay loop of the first game. They haven't changed it too much just yet. But I think we'll leave it there for now. I think that's a good place to stop. I can't really say what we're going to do next because I can't remember. I think we just need to go and find the spade key, to be honest. But I look forward to seeing you then. Bye bye!